So I want to dive right into the thank yous because I know I wouldn't be here without the help of a lot of other people, so this degree really doesn't just belong to me. First, I'd like to thank my committee, Dr. Jordan, Dr. Hornick, and Dr. Massaris.
Michael Deli Carpini. My dissertation sounds better when Michael actually says it.
Dear Marwan, you were a wonderful supervisor.
First of all, I really want to thank the administrative staff, especially Joanne, for making this crazy joint degree program work.
Thank you to Kathleen Hall Jamieson for allowing me to learn what it takes to keep the undergraduates who filled this room engaged and invested, and for the feedback that she provided to me for papers I was working on, even and especially those projects outside of her own classes. Thank you to Barbie Zelizer for instilling in us culture folks an understanding of the field, and for allowing me to engage in the most intense academic travel experiences I'll ever have. Thank you to Carolyn Marvin for demanding that we think more and harder and never coast. Thank you to Marwan Crady for treating me as a partner and not just a TA. Thank you to Klaus Krippendorf, whose social constructions class is probably the most cited in the Annenberg hallways. And thank you to Elihu Katz for allowing me to say I've gotten an A from Elihu Katz.
Thanks to my office mates, Brooke and Mario, who are the fellow peas in my pod.
This is where I get choked up like Angel. For especially Chris, my husband, for his love and his support. Who put these here? Thank you, Joanne. So when my laptop wouldn't process my data fast enough, Chris ordered me a new one. When I swore up and down that I was going to fail my comprehensive exams and my hair fell out because I was so stressed out, he said, "You're beautiful and you're crazy."
Thank you, Bob, for inspiring me with your wisdom, for providing me with endless opportunities to pursue my academic and professional interests.
During my time in Annenberg, I spent a lot of time studying social support. So I consider myself kind of an expert on the subject. And in my expert opinion, I can say that the Annenberg community is full of the most supportive people in the world. That's a doctor speaking, so I can make that evaluation.
One must retrospectively evaluate their experience and ask themselves, would you do it all over again? And every time I ask myself that question, I always say, yes, I would.
The graduate student is often portrayed as a weary, underappreciated workhorse. And I never, ever, not for a day, felt that way.
We have this metaphor in my family, which I'm going to take credit for up here. And that is the metaphor of your front row. And by that I mean, if you're standing alone on an ice rink, who would you want to be in the front row of your audience?
First, I'd like to thank the Annenberg family for their generosity and the dean for his committed stewardship of this school. Without both, today would not be possible. I'd like to thank Joanne, Bev, Rose, Kelly, Donna, Liz, Corey, Min, Sharon, Allison, Emily, all of the facility and security staff, and everyone else who makes this building feel like such a community.
I would also like to thank the staff here at Annenberg, Joanne in particular, for deftly navigating my way through the program and suffering through countless panicky emails.
I still remember the day when Marty Fishbein called me on the phone to tell me that I'd been accepted to Annenberg. I remember that I squealed on the phone to him, and then I felt very embarrassed that I just went to a famous scholar.
I had a really fantastic committee. The dean and Joe Capella have been just extraordinarily generous with their time and with their knowledge. And Joe also has taught me a lot about kind of teaching undergraduates, and in particular, how to walk that kind of really delicate line between being friendly and approachable and being absolutely terrifying. So thank you very much for that.
And thanks especially to my husband, Keith, who has been with me through my best and worst moments. He has been my best friend and champion through all of grad school and this dissertation. It's not very much to say thank you for 6 years in just these 3 minutes, but I hope you know that the gratitude that I feel goes much deeper than this moment, so.
A colleague of ours who graduated recently, so it happens this early, huh? And Amaya, my best friend. We met my second week of grad school. Oh, God, I'm going to look over here. We met my second week of grad school. And you have experienced this journey along with me. This celebration is as much yours as it is mine. I can't imagine loving you anymore. Turns out that crazy lady was right. Princeton women should marry other Princeton women. Te amo, and thank you.